Once an engine attached to a train was afraid of a few drops of rain. It went into a tunnel and screeched through its funnel and didn't come out again. The engine's name was Henry. "The rain will spoil my lovely green paint and red stripes," he said. All of the passengers got out of the coaches and started arguing with Henry. Henry's driver stood by and blew his whistle until he was out of breath and waved his red flag until his arms ached. But Henry still stayed in the tunnel. Then along came James pulling a special coach. Ouch. Inside the coach was Sir Topham Hatt, the man in charge of all of the engines. James stopped at the tunnel and out stepped the Fat Controller. "Well, Henry, if you won't come out of the tunnel, then we will try to pull you out of the tunnel." Henry didn't take any notice. The Fat Controller got a long piece of rope and all of the passengers grabbed hold of the piece of rope, and the Fat Controller said, "1, 2, 3, pull!" Everyone pulled on the rope, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. Oh no, the only person that wasn't pulling on the rope was Sir Topham Hatt and Henry's driver. "Oh, said Sir Topham Hatt, my doctor has forbidden for me to pull." But when they failed on trying to get Henry out the tunnel by pulling him, they instead decided to go round the other end and push him out of the tunnel. all of the passengers went to the back of the tunnel and all the way to the back of the coaches and all got ready to push Henry out of the tunnel. Sir Topham Hatt said, 1, 2, 3, push! Everyone pushed with all their might, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. The only person that wasn't pushing was Sir Topham Hatt. Oh, my doctor has also forbidden for me to push as well. The Fat Controller then thought of another idea on how to get Henry out of the tunnel. He arranged one of his engines to come and push Henry out of the tunnel. All of the passengers kept on arguing with Henry. Look, it has stopped raining. Yes, but it will begin again soon, and what will become of my lovely green paint and red stripes then? Just then, Thomas showed up. Thomas then buffered up behind the coaches and started pushing with all of his might. He pushed and pushed and pushed, but still Henry stayed in the tunnel. In the end, the Fat Controller gave up, and he said this: "We shall take away your rails and leave you here for always and always and always." So in the end, they took up the old rails and built a wall in front of the tunnel so Henry couldn't get out again. Once they had built the wall in front of the tunnel, the Fat Controller then left Henry there. All Henry could do was watch the other trains whooshing through the other tunnel. He was very sad because he felt that no one would never see his lovely green paint and red stripes ever again. As time would go by, Edward and Gordon would often pass by. Edward would say, "Peep, peep, hello." And then Gordon would come along the track and say, "Poop, poop, poop. Serves you right." Poor Henry had no steam to answer at all. His fire had gone out. Sudden dirt from the tunnel had spoilt his lovely green paint and red stripes anyway. But I think he deserved his punishment. Don't you?